Hello and welcome back to Diablo 3. It's still the same evening, so I am still a little under the weather. So we're not pushing things too hard, we're just taking the time to level up some of our legendary gems a bit more for some more Caldesan's Despair. By the by, my brother is testing out builds that he can push GR55 with. He's found one that he's very comfortable with, so I think he's just also boosting his gems. Give us a second and we shall get back to rifting in just a moment.
Right, I'm going to open up another GR60 if that's all right.
Yep, that sounds fine. I was fine in the last one. I didn't pass out. Probably will be fine on this one.
Well, we are getting quite late. It is past 11 o'clock, so this will probably be the last episode that we end up doing this evening. If you are watching these videos after the fact, then, well, I hope you're having a good time. I hope that you've enjoyed the previous ones, and I hope this one is also good fun. If it is fun, remember to hit the big thumbs up button just to show us that you're out there and enjoying what we do here.
Yeah, I hope you've actually watched the other ones. If not, go back and watch them first. I mean, chronology is important here. Alright, chronology is not that important. This is where all the action is right now. So as far as I'm concerned, if you're watching this, that's good.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to say what the most important thing is. And if there's specific achievements to be had in them, for instance, the one where we did boss mode, that's worth going back and watching, definitely. But otherwise, a lot of it in this game can be much of a muchness. Mostly it's about trying out different techniques for the builds that we're going for. Seeing what works and what doesn't. So at the moment I'm using
I feel like I've kind of been stuck with the same build for a while now because it just works.
Yeah. I'm trying to experiment because I don't play Demon Hunters very often, so it's really good for me to try different things out.
I don't know if you noticed, but I've moved into the next area.
I hadn't noticed. I was just double checking some of the buffs quickly.
There is a power pylon in here, so I'm waiting for you to arrive.
Alright, I'm here.
It's currently behind this dude, but I will get it. There we go.
I was just thinking, I don't feel like I'm doing much more damage, if any, but, you know, take your word on it. Stab, stab, stab.
So do you think you're going to stick with this current build, or do you think you're going to go back to your Impale one?
So I think I'm going to do this GR55, then I'm going to switch to Natalia's set, do that one. Then I'll probably do both set dungeons and switch to the Barbarian and start working that up for 2 sets up to GR55.
Any particular reason for Barbarian?
Because I've already got one at level 70.
Fair enough, yeah.
So it makes
start
it nice
saving up your blood shards then.
Yeah, the Whirlwind is a very straightforward set. I know that can do GR55 without even thinking about it. And once I've got that, I can just storm through and grab all the kit that I need for one of the others. Like Legacy of Raykor, that'd be a fun one to do as well.
Next area, by the way.
Already? Jeez, you're moving on quick, aren't you? Alright, here I come.
It's more like you're just being quite slow at following. But then you can't actually get through people, can you?
Well, I can vault through them, I just can't vault through walls. So it can work quite well. Okay, how's this going? Let's get some more discipline. Come in, kill a group. Fill the area with grenades. Oh, we're going to go down around this way. So we're
more
killing
Juggernauts. I swear I see Juggernauts more often than anything else. And, you know, that's probably actually just confirmation bias because they're the only ones that survive long enough for me to register
their name.
That's
what I was about to say. It's probably just that they're actually living. Come on, back yourself into a corner, Iscandiel. Make it so that my grenade explosions completely cover you, no matter what you're doing. It is the best way to fight with this this grenade because the grenades don't bounce out of rounds. Out of grounds. So if you can back the mob up against a wall, they will get hit by everything. Right, Simplicity Strength is getting boosted to the point where I've not got 100% chance to upgrade it. Rank 54. That's 52% increased damage, though. Pretty beefy. Garrigan level goes in there. So we're up to Garrigan 667. Let's ask for some more trousers. Thanks a lot for that, Adam.
Alright, what did we get this time? Salvage up, salvage up. So, Restraint, no. Goldskin, no. Mage Fist, no. Bezoar Stone, no. Crust.
Okay, let's check those shoulders against the other ones that we've got, because it's always worth having a look at these things. So, they're area damage, cooldown, dexterity, and vitality. Dexterity, vitality. So, we don't have area damage. We could re-roll to get the cooldown. I think that these ones are actually better than the ancient ones that we've got. The extra dexterity isn't going to give us as much of a boost as the 20% area damage, I think.
Yeah, I'm not using these because my current ones have both cooldown of all skills and cost reduction, and I won't be able to get them. I won't be able to get that stat over, which is a real shame, but kind of like it's a linchpin of I need this level of CDR and RCR.
Yeah, exactly. I'm out of Greater Rift Keystones, so a regular Rift would be very welcome.
Sure, go for it.
Oh, all the grenades. Alright, let's throw some this way as well, so you guys don't feel left out. Ooh.
Yep, I got him by just teleporting over to him. That was quite funny.
I don't know how that happened, because on my screen he wasn't anywhere near that, but...
Yeah, he teleported, and I teleported with him because of my wonderful epiphany kicks.
Right. Well, that makes sense, and that's kind of cool. In a kind of scary, you'll never escape kind of way.
Yeah.
It's kind of cool.
Like, just remember that for PvP. Once I'm locked on, that's it. You're basically dead, and just don't know.
Yeah. I do wonder who... Well, I know you would probably win because you can do the whole teleporting thing, but if I did hit you with an impale, it would probably kill you outright.
If I didn't dodge, then yeah. Actually, no. You'd have to hit it past my monklings.
Yes, your monklings would certainly give you a lot of... maybe if I got the area damage, because I do 113% area damage with my shadow set. So
well, that's only within 10 yards, isn't it?
10 yards is still pretty far.
No, it's not. Like, 10 yards is basically melee range.
Do your monklings actually have a health?
No. Also, no. They just soak damage. It's great.
Right, I'm going to get that channeling pylon just to make things even better. Ooh. Okay, so discussion topic. Who is more of a pain / frowny face character? Joffrey Baratheon or Ramsay Snow / Bolton?
Oh god, different strokes for different sociopaths.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Bolton, just because he's fully embraced who he is, whereas Joffrey is still pretending to be the good and right and proper king, and he's just kind of got the whole Trump syndrome of everyone's treating me unfairly, I'm still a kid. Whereas Ramsay Bolton has just gone, yeah, I'm a bad guy, so deal with it.
I think they're both basically just the same person, just in different situations.
just at different ages.
Yeah. Well, different power groups, different... Yeah. Like, ultimately, when they're alone with someone, they torture them. So.
Yes. And sometimes in public.
Yes.
Haha, you guys can't reflect grenades like you can reflect impale shots.
Can't they? Are you sure?
I'm pretty certain. I didn't see any grenades coming back at me. I certainly didn't take any damage.
It's probably something you want to check before, you know, you go and kill yourself again.
It's true, but I'm pretty convinced about it. I know that the rockets don't reflect anymore that like they used to. They fixed that. I say fixed because it wasn't intentional that they were reflected. But the impale shots obviously do still reflect.
Channeling pylon again.
Oh, well, let's keep all of the skills going all the time. There we go. Grab those death breaths.
There you go, shield pylon.
Didn't really need it, but thank you anyway. So, do you have anything new coming up for your channel?
No, not really. Just keeping on with the same old. Like I said earlier this evening, I'm thinking about getting into PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds.
Yeah.
But I haven't really spent any time looking at it beyond, oh, someone said I should check it out. So I went and had a look at the trailer and went, oh yeah, this looks fun.
I know that your More Time group is up to rank 10 now, isn't it?
No, not quite. Very, very close.
Not quite.
No, we
Sorry,
are
it's up to
rank 9. Yeah.
I haven't actually watched today's episode yet, so that was a bit of an assumption.
No, we are probably like 6 or 7 games away from the next rank up.
Okay.
Just
Are
because
you going to carry out on past
just because it
10?
takes so many games to actually rank up at this point, like especially if you're not necessarily winning each of them. Am I going to keep it going past rank 10? Probably. I don't know when I'll stop it. I will stop it eventually. It's a very fun game, but it's quite time consuming. I feel like I could possibly do more different things in the time slot, which might be more popular. Who knows? I mean, I've enjoyed more time, but I can't devote all the time to it. It's fun, but it's, I don't know. Yeah, maybe I'll just put time for that towards Battlegrounds instead.
That doesn't sound like a terrible idea. Okay, let's re-roll this critical hit chance up.
Or I could always try doing PvP games for it. Don't know. I'll have to see if the community even exists for that. I know it's quite popular in Russia, but the last time I tried playing competitive games against Russians, I had no idea what was going on.
There we go. Wraps of Clarity upgraded.
No, that's worse.
So we are going to save this. We will equip this.
I had a stupid bird turn up.
Right, let's put these things back in. Dead Man's Legacy goes in here. Bane of the Trapped, that was over here. And dropping off the other gems, of course. Because I upgraded my Wraps of Clarity, I just had to move some things around and resave my sets ready for switching back to, potentially.
Ah, fair enough.
Yes, Adam, we've both seen The Walking Dead.
Yeah, I've seen a couple of I've not seen the current season, so no spoilers for that. I actually started watching Fear the Walking Dead to fill the gap, and then kind of got distracted watching more and more of it.
Would you care for another Greater Rift?
Sure.
Right, while you're going around that way, I'll go around here. we go. Much better. It helps when you're actually hitting where you want to hit with your grenade.
Nah, you don't need that.
Periodically, it's useful.
Another juggernaut.
Oh, I did actually take a bit of damage there. I don't know whether it was from him reflecting grenades or him attacking me. Kind of hard to tell.
Well, what next one you find, wait for him to be fine, like, and start spinning. Yeah, keep him alive, then throw some things at him and see what happens.
Well, I was standing next to him and throwing things at him, but I don't know whether it was him spinning in my face that hurt me or whether it was him reflecting my grenades.
Well, that's why you should test both situations.
Thing is, attacking him actually gives me the whole ballista thing for keeping myself alive, so it's kind of necessary, even at this level, just to be a little bit attacky. You know, just a tiny bit violent.
A socially acceptable amount of violence.
Jim Callahan, thank you very much for subscribing. Welcome to the live stream, and I hope that you're enjoying the show. Right, let's put that on there. And as a reminder to everyone else in live chat, if you haven't subscribed yet and you do want to be notified when we are going live, then do feel free. We stream every Monday, pretty much guaranteed, and periodically at other times when we have free time. You've got a pretty regular Thursday thing going at the moment, don't you, Major?
Yes, I do. It really depends on what I need to record as to what goes in that slot. It's going to be N++ this week, assuming I'm feeling well enough to record.
Yeah, of
just
course.
because I'm a little bit behind in my recordings on account of being quite busy recently. But yeah, so be N++ this Thursday. It's getting tricky. It's taking longer and longer to do the episode, so it could be N++ for a long time.
Yeah, you start off budgeting half an hour per episode, and you end up spending 3 hours per episode by the end. I must say, I'm quite glad that I've got the levels done.
You haven't, though.
Well, I'm quite glad that I've got the basic initial start levels done in order to unlock the super secret mode.
Yeah, that's quite a clarification, but also you still haven't done that because they doubled the size of the game.
Oh yeah, but I'm not counting the endless mode thing that they put in.
No,
Ultimate mode. Sorry, ultimate mode.
Yeah, so there's ultimate. There's also, like you said, the X levels. There's also the secret challenges of everything. You've basically done what, maybe 1/10 of the game.
Yeah, I had done like 25%, and I was feeling really proud about that. All the grenades on Perdition's face. There we go. Ooh, bits and bobs. Okay, grab that, grab that, grab that. Should really... Hey, zombies!
It's alright, my monklings will keep us alive.
Ah, you called them monklings. Monklings forever.
I've called them monklings a few times now.
Okay, that's an interesting one. There's a Walking Dead survival horror game coming out, which will be first-person shooter loot class skill-based survival.
I hope it's not terrible.
Yes.
Truth be told, from the outset, that sounds terrible just because it sounds like it's going to be some generic RPG engine with the Walking Dead skin pasted over the top of it.
Well, there's been a number of different loot/crafting survival style things brought out. Some of them have looked alright, some of them have looked absolutely terrible. There was a Conan the Barbarian one that I liked the visual aspect of it, but the gameplay looked absolute tosh. Tosh is a technical term, of course.
By that, do you mean the Conan MMO that was out?
I suppose it was multiplayer, wasn't it? Exiles, I think it was called.
No, I think Exiles was an expansion to the MMO. Not 100% certain. I freely admit that I stopped paying attention to Conan after I tried it in beta and realised how bad it was.
In fact, I'm actually going to have a quick check on my phone so I can double check the name. Yeah, Conan Exiles.
And that's a
Open
separate
world
game by
survival
itself.
game set in the brutal universe of Conan the Barbarian.
Huh.
But yeah, the visuals looked awesome, and the gameplay just didn't. So I didn't go anywhere near it in the end.
So pretty much the same as the other Conan game, then.
Yeah, pretty much. Although that kind of had a feel like the Wolverine game that came out that was also terrible.
Yes, I know. I do know the one you mean, actually, which is really horrifying because I'd forgotten that was even a thing.
Right, another GR60.
Sure.
Right, my simplicity strength is up to 57, so this is probably going to be the last one that we can do working on that before I start having to push other gems, but thankfully I'm not going to need it for particularly long.
Nothing to going on down there. So, on to the next area.
What? Already?
Yeah. There was basically nothing up the path that I went.
Fair enough, fair enough. I do like that your grenades will smack straight into things that are right next to you.
Oh yeah, why wouldn't they?
Well, you know, they might bounce off and then bounce on the ground and then explode. It does mean that you don't get the extra bounces from the belt, though, which is why the Barrizo de Canyon is going to be very, very useful.
Oh, to let the grenades pierce.
Yeah, exactly. That's my plan. I think it'll work. I'm kind of hopeful with that, but...
Yeah, I don't know how that's going to work. Are they going to, like, pierce and bounce at the same time? Or just pierce, bounce?
I think they will pierce, explode, and then bounce, and then pierce, explode, and bounce, because they can do it up to 2 times. Or an additional 2 times, I think it says.
Yeah, because, like, I'm wondering if they'll explode on pierce then.
I hope so. What I'm really hoping is that the entire screen is just going to become even more explodey than it already is. And it's already explodey.
Yeah.
Right, I found the way on.
Cool. I'm coming to catch up then.
So, moving on through.
Oh, it's not this way. It's down here. Didn't even look like a path.
It's a little bit annoying. They're making my grenades fall off the edge. There we go. Good explosions going off. It's really nice seeing the big numbers pop up. I haven't turned on long numbers like you suggested, but...
Okay, that's good to know. Right, so only the very first grenade can trigger the pierce, but it still counts for the Hellcat waist guard and increases your overall damage as a result.
Okay. So it's nice to know that that my plan is not completely crazy.
Yeah, still apparently best in slot, so yeah. Just push for that, live your dream. Be the grenade you want to be in the world. Something like that.
Hashtag forever explosion.
Hey, good evening there, Oodaloop.
Right.
Good having you joining the live stream.
Boom. Garrigan 669. We are doing all right. And to those of you who are just joining on my stream, I've seen the viewing number pop up a little bit there. Welcome. I hope you're having a fun evening. It must be time for the Americas to be waking up, actually. Or tuning in, I should say. They'll have been awake for a good 5 hours by now. Oh, you dashed around that corner. I'm going to have to walk all the way around.
Yeah. Snooze, you lose, etc., etc.
I hate that turn of phrase.
What, you snooze, you lose?
Yeah.
Is that because you were too slow to think of it and someone said it to you?
No, it's like the worst thing ever.
Oh, I can think of plenty of
Yes.
things that are far worse than that particular phrase.
That and one more. Oh, so close. So it's up to 59. We'll put that Garrigan point in to Vitality.
Yeah, great having you along before work.
And let's go for some pants. All right.
Of course, for us,
IDing.
it is 11:30 at night, and we should be turning in for the evening soon. But yeah, the brief crossover is always welcome.
Forever hopeful to get a Primal Ancient. In this case, it did not happen. But that won't stop us trying for them.
Ugh, another rubbishy obsidian ring. Let's get rid of that. Get rid of that.
All of those
that. Don't care. Don't care.
Okay, I'm going to open another regular rift. Yes, apologies that it hasn't been necessarily the most interesting gameplay this evening. It has just turned into an evening of rifting other things. I hope you've all been enjoying it nevertheless. If you are liking the videos and streams, then do remember to hit the thumbs up button. It does, of course, help us out massively on the channels. Helps increase our exposure a little bit, which gets more people involved, which gets more interactions, etc., etc. It kind of spirals on and on like that.
Ah, good evening there, Finchley Road Station. It's good having someone talking from the Twitch side of things rather than just YouTube.
Wait, you've actually got an underground station on your Twitch.
Finchley Road.
Awesome.
I wish I could remember which line Finchley Road was on. I want to say like either the Northern Line or maybe Victoria Line, but I don't mind. I'm just really happy to have a famous London underground station
Okay,
involved.
brown trouser moment.
Yeah?
I may have triggered a death. I'm going to go somewhere sensible.
Do you need a hand?
No, I'm all right. I mean, that was unexpected. I don't know why it happened. There wasn't really that much on the screen that could have damaged me, but something spiked a load of damage. Probably
Jubilee
my
line.
vengeance
Ah,
just.
okay. Yeah,
I
Jubilee
suspect my
line would make
vengeance
sense.
expired just when it hit me. Sorry. Completely focusing on that. You were saying Jubilee line.
Yes, yeah. Both Finchley Road Station has told me it's Jubilee line, and so has Adam.
That's good. Let's keep this up just for another 12 seconds.
But welcome from lovely, lovely France, if you are indeed French. Interesting choice of names if you're French.
Yeah, naming yourself after a London Underground station is a peculiar choice. Actually based in France or just French but based in London? Because that could make more sense.
I think if I was French and naming myself after a station, it might be... what's the one near the wonderful cemetery? Is it Père Lachaise? Do they actually name the station as Père Lachaise? I think that would be...
I don't know.
I think that would be my choice.
It would be a sensible one. There we go. I want to open the
fair
chest
enough.
as well.
Finchley Road... Oh, I just found a consumable. Finchley Road has been in
Nice.
London for 1 year and is now back in France.
Ah, cool.
Well, I hope you
hopefully-
enjoyed.
Yeah.
I hope you enjoyed your time while you were over here in London. Hopefully, us Londoners didn't scare you off.
Yeah, hopefully London is still the same welcoming place that it always has been, despite the whole Brexit thing that's going on.
Le Metro, Adam, not Le R.
Alright, let's kill some of these from behind. In fact, I'm going to get right in the middle of this.
You know what happened last time you did that, yeah?
Well, I was totally fine. I'm just going to say, I was totally fine. I did have a little bum clenchy moment, but, you know, I didn't die. I just triggered one death. And of course, next season, I'm going to be doing the Firebird set on my wizard. Unless, by some miracle, the Necromancer is out.
Yeah, I don't know. Adam, they actually have several different ones running along the same sort of train tracks. So yeah, there's the Metro, the RER. I think there's another one which goes between big cities. It all runs basically in the same area. So yeah, it could be any of the above. And Finchley Road. Finchley Road.
I see how I
having you
triggered
on
my death before.
Yeah, how did you do that?
I make the screen incredibly busy to the point where I couldn't actually see one of the mobs attacking me.
So you mean you just weren't paying attention?
No, I was totally paying attention. It's just I couldn't visually see because the explosion was covering the animation. So I thought that I was perfectly safe when in fact I was under no pain of certain doom and death.
Ah, fair enough. And Finchley Road, I'm glad you're enjoying yourself. Do stick around. There's going to be, well, probably another 10 minutes or so at least of lovely English accents for you to enjoy.
Yes.
And Adam, don't worry about it. I know next to nothing about public transport systems around the world. So it's only pure coincidence that, you know, I know this little bit.
Right, I'm going to head back and close this off. There we go. Let's ID these. And then I'll ask for some more trousers, I think.
Yeah, I've salvaged most of this stuff already.
Yeah, trousers. More regular depth diggers. Oh, it's entirely possible, really, but I've done a line beforehand. So I'll probably start with the Firebirds, just because I want to see what the new Firebird style's like. Last time I did the Firebird set, it was a very long time ago, and they didn't have the 3 different fire spells needed to ignite things. So that's kind of what I'm looking to try out. We'll get rid of that.
They had 3 different fire spells. They just didn't have the requirement to do 3 different fire spells.
The mechanic for it wasn't there, is what I mean. So let's close them off. And I'm ready for a Greater Rift when you are.
Cool. Yep, I am ready.
Those guys hit quite hard, I'm just going to say.
Oh, don't tell him that, Wallafried. I want to see his face when it happens.
Dare I ask, is it something that I'm kind of walking into?
Sure. Let's say this is the longest con and leave it at that.
Oh, jeez. They're changing the Firebird mechanic next season, aren't they? I bet that's what it is.
No, I'm sure they're not.
Yeah, have a speed pile and that'll help.
Thanks.
I know how much you love them. I'm moving on to the next area. You guys can have some grenades as well. There we go. Maybe not standing in the middle of the arcane beams, though. I'm going to throw that out there as not one of the better ideas that I've had this evening. Damn annoying wallers. Got them all killed though. Man, cats have got so much health.
Yeah.
At least they don't have 9 lives.
No, but there might be 9 of them. There you go. Conduit Shrine. Should help things along.
Yeah. I am, of course, focusing on killing all the trash mobs and everything. Right. I'm going to catch up a little bit. Because you're probably in the next area by now.
No, not quite. Alright, now I am.
I'm actually out of discipline, but if I kill one more thing, then I'll probably get some back. There we go, that's enough to get me through. I am now. I was miles away. There we go.
I went that far back. Like, if you'd been that far back, I wouldn't have waited. I would have just moved on.
No, that's absolutely fine, Adam. If they don't want to tell me, then that's entirely up to them.
Yeah, I just want to see the disappointment, you know, Adam. I'm sure you can understand. It's going to be really cathartic.
Right, we'll grab these. And we're going to put that point into simplicity strength there. There we go. Now, I could start working on the next one for Count of Sands Despair. So, in fact, let's work on Pain Enhancer for my Barbarian. Do I want to do that? In fact, no, I think there's already a Pain Enhancer in the Barbarian. Let's, ooh, choices. Let's carry on leveling up something else. We'll do the Gem of Toxin. See, I can see you've got 2 message retracteds there, but I can't actually see what they say. That.
And nothing worthwhile in the loot. That's fine. Some extra forgotten souls. We'll use those at some point in the future, no doubt.
I do those off.
Rift.
And get some pants. That seems to be all I'm buying these days.
Right, last rift of the evening.
I think that's a good plan. A good point to wrap it up. Let me just get those right. Can't afford to empower it, so... See, I quite like it when you bring everything together, because then you're being a little bit like Cormac.
What? How is Cormac like that?
Because I've given him the SFO hand, so...
Right.
Geez,
so it's more like you're trying to make Cormac like me, yeah?
Yeah, let's go with that. It's entirely possible, Adam, but I don't actually do that. So who knows? It's a little bit of a mystery. And I might have triggered a death because something actually smacked me massively. So I'm just standing outside. I'll be in a moment. And yes, you are being very, very devious. I won't be long. I'll be back in a moment.
That's fine. I don't need you in this rift anyway.
I'm sure you don't. The most annoying thing about this is I'm actually going to have to play catch up. Right. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. That's probably close enough.
And it's not even like I left anything big for you either. That was just like regular white trash that hit you, wasn't
and
it?
the explosive dudes.
Yeah. Yeah,
And
so
the
white
yellow
trash.
mob.
Oh, was there a yellow mob?
Horde electrified molten mortar. That
I
was
never
what
saw
got
him.
me. They all mortared me at the same time. There we go. Malice Drake Root. I'm playing catch up. I'm on my way.
Yeah, regular white trash. Thumbs up.
Alright, you're in the next area. I'm nearly there. Here I come. Hi!
Hi.
You're miles away, aren't you?
There you go, power pylon.
Right, I can actually whiz on past a little bit. There we go. I've almost caught up.
Oh, really?
Just
I
working
should move on
my
further then.
distance back a little bit. Of course, the more I'm playing catch up, the less damage I end up doing. Because of the whole discipline requirement of this build. It's kind of funny in a way. It's self-limiting speed builds.
Yeah, it's ironic, I would say.
Still, we're doing good damage now. There we go. Pop. And we got a whole bunch of stuff from that. So, shoulders, nice.
I'm just going to keep pushing Enforcer because I'm really stubborn like this. 8% chance to upgrade, sure, why not?
That's alright, Adam. You don't need to apologize if you're devious. Devious / cunning. If your father wasn't Belial, then maybe he was Blackadder. Get that ID'd. We're gonna ask for some trousers. And what did we get? We got Rakov's Glass of Lives, Compass of Rose, Crashing Rain, Flavor of Time. Nothing good there. Hi Amos, you want to come on up? Hey buddy. Let's come to see how we're doing at the end of the... Right, we're going to sandwich these up. And I think that is probably a good point for us to finish there. Thank you ever so much, everyone, for joining us for this evening. It has been a load of fun. And, of course, I am going to be running through and doing the GR55 with this set. Matrix still has a couple more sets to do as well. He's going to be switching to his Demon Hunter at some point and rounding out his season journey. But it's been awesome having you guys along for the ride. If you have enjoyed this, of course, give us a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed and you do want to be notified when we're streaming live, then do that now. Otherwise, we'll see you next time for more Diablo 3. See you soon.